Happened at Michigan was right in front of our next guest at yesterday's graduation at the University of Michigan. Benny Shaevsky joins us now. So, Benny, tell us about what's going on in Michigan and tell us also what you think the greater sense of the university is, the students towards everything taking place.
Yeah, absolutely. I apologize for my rough voice. It comes from yelling at these protesters during my graduation ceremony that was interrupted. So I apologize for that. But thank you for having me on this morning. I wanted to clarify your prior report. The protesters were not removed from the event, and they remained for the entire duration of the event, causing a massive disruption. It was not a brief disruption. In fact, I was seated about 5 rows in front of them for the vast majority of the commencement ceremony. They began disrupting when the Secretary of the Navy decided to speak, got up on stage, and then a banner overhead flew that said, "Free Palestine, divest from Israel." These protesters, about 100 in number, decided that they wanted to interrupt the commencement ceremony for 8,000 graduates and their families. I've been a lifelong Michigan fan. I've been a supporter of the university for my entire 4 years, and really it's my dream school. And to have this happen to me in the most important day of my 4 years is really troubling, and I'm just really speechless with what happened.
Benny, I'm looking at you, and all of a sudden you look familiar. Were you also part of a viral video this week where you confronted a pro-Palestinian protester at the University of Michigan?
I was. There's been a large encampment on our campus for about 2 weeks. It continues to grow in size, and the university administration has done nothing to remove it. They've had banners displayed that say, "Long live the Intifada," calling for a violent genocide against my people. They want us systematically eliminated. And frankly, I'm not willing to stand for that on my campus. So I took it upon myself to remove these genocidal posters that are displayed against school policy on university buildings. I removed one of these from a school building, and the anti-Israel agitator decided to confront me and try to figure out why I was doing this. Don't think it went terribly well for her, considering how viral the video has gone, but I think it shows that these people just hate America, they want to destroy our values, and they don't believe in the free speech of everybody.
Yeah, Benny, I think, these kind of protests disrupting something like a graduation have the counter impact on everybody else there. They look at that and they go, you're ruining it. This is why we can't have nice things. You can go protest somewhere else. So the university allowed them to stay the entire graduation? I mean, were they making noise the whole time? I mean, that would be disruptive throughout.
Absolutely. The university made it clear at the beginning, several weeks before the commencement started, that no flags, no banners would be permitted inside the stadium for this exact reason. Yet 100 of these individuals got up with their Palestinian flags, with their anti-Israel banners, and gathered in a large group and started chanting, "From the river to the sea, Palestine will be free. Long live the Intifada," calling for these violent uprisings against the Jewish people. And yet the university did not enforce their protocol. I spoke to university officials at the event. I spoke to police, and they confirmed that they were violating these rules, yet they did not take the action that was necessary to remove them. The only way that I was able to listen to the remaining half of the commencement was by having an usher move me and my friends. But that didn't help the other people that were seated around the protesters. And I just don't understand why the university and President Santo isn't taking the action necessary to remove these anti-American, anti-Israel individuals from the commencement and the broader university.
You know, Benny, I know it was a big day for you. It was also a big day for your parents. Were they there as well? Your parents were there. As you guys have sort of processed what happened yesterday, and by the way, I'm a parent who went to a graduation ceremony like this at a big university, and I would just be so angry as a parent. I paid for that event. I paid to be there after so many years of paying and supporting my daughter. I would be furious. Tell me what your parents' reaction is. And also, if they have any regrets. I mean, I attended a summer at the University of Michigan. It's famously liberal. And so are there any regrets that they have about really, in some way, whether they acknowledged it when they did it or not? We're all supporting, you're supporting with your financial dollars an institution that did exactly what you described, did nothing, in fact, enabled people who have no respect for just being civil.
Yeah, it's true. My family's been supporters of the University of Michigan for my entire life. My parents went to the University of Michigan. My grandparents went to the University of Michigan. We love the University of Michigan, and it's become a university that frankly, we no longer recognize. Yes. This was our fear for months, that this was going to happen, and yet it happened, and nobody did anything about it. So I think we're questioning our support for the university moving forward.
Yeah.
Benny,
We all have to. We all have to. That's the hard part. We all love our alma mater and we have those connections, but if it's turned into a little Marxist camp where they're allowing revolutionaries to do whatever they want, it's time to reconsider. But Benny, all of that aside, you deserve a graduation in peace to be congratulated for an accomplishment of finishing.
We're proud of you too. We're proud of you too. Congratulations. I wish you had lost your voice from partying instead of yelling at protesters. But we're proud of you, and we hope that somehow, can I say this? A lot of these kids that are graduating also, didn't get a graduation for high school and had a lot of other things disrupted because of COVID and that tyranny. So, Benny, congratulations. Sorry that happened.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.